Information this morning after Lewis County residents for the first time were invited to participate in law enforcement training.
The Canton Police Department has similar trainings once a year to enhance their decision-making skills when under pressure. This year, Chief Justin Allen wanted residents to participate so they could experience the real-world problems that law enforcement faces and to see how they would respond.
New for our morning audience, Allen says he hopes people walked away from the meeting learning how they can conduct themselves in public to be better residents.
It's huge in understanding how situations can change, and that is something that everybody could use a good lesson in, is situational awareness, watching what people are doing.
Chief Allen says after seeing the responses from yesterday's training, he plans to open it up to the public again in the future.